welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we're on the couch with incredible stories and incredible doctor. We're with Inge, we're with Kelly, and of course we're with Dr. Larry, continuing the conversation about alopecia. If you've got any questions for them, definitely head over to our social media platforms and pose them.
Yeah. So it's obviously the prologue to Alopecia Awareness Week, and then Alopecia areata. It sounds like a pasta dish. Yeah. But now, obviously, alopecia is where you just lose your hair.
So alopecia is just generally hair loss.
And there are treatments for it. Like we're hoping Prince William, before he becomes king, goes and has his plugs and all of that done. But for anyone else, what are the treatment options available?
So if we're talking about genetic hair loss, lots of treatment options. You know, as many as 80% of men are going to be affected, and as many as 10-12% of females are going to be affected. And there are medications to first keep what you've got. Prevent further hair loss. And the sad part with it is it's progressive. So genetic hair loss, it starts off, you start noticing a little bit of thinning, it becomes even more thin, and it's best to try and arrest it straight away, already from the age of 18, when the hormones kick in.
Why do men lose theirs more commonly than women?
So because of the hormone. You know, we lose hair because 80% of men are sensitive to male hormone. And females obviously have got female, but they do have male hormone. And it's not because they got too much male hormone, it's because they have a sensitivity to the male hormone. But I certainly don't want to confuse the issue. Not that they, you know, you can see alopecia areata only affects very attractive women. No, I'm joking. But, you know, genetic hair loss, alopecia areata are very different. So when it comes to genetic being the most common form, lots of treatments and lots of new treatments available. And instead of seeking bogus treatments, you know, dog vitamin tablets and horse shampoos.
Listen, I've done that before. I've popped Bob Martens, I've washed my hair with horse shampoo, I've done it all. It just makes your hair dry.
And you know, it's like sticking that patch on your arm and you're going to lose 200 kilos. I've stuck those patches. You ain't going to lose 200. But, you know, there are decent treatments available and one can assist.
But on the treatment topic, ladies, I'm not sure about you, but one of our social media followers asked, it's expensive. They're going through treatment and they just financially struggling. How have you ladies been able to stay afloat? And are there cheaper options or more affordable options?
Well, I think between myself and Inge, we've tried a lot of treatments. For Inge, I mean, your hair hasn't really grown.
No, I've stopped actually using anything. I've just stopped everything, so I'm not doing anything at the moment. In the past, I went for cortisone shots in the head, which are quite unpleasant, and some creams and potions and lotions, you know. And I actually went to a clinic also before to get a certain treatment done, but it is expensive. So you have to continue doing so, but it's very expensive to do so, so it's not always possible.
You also need to look at sort of like your life in general, because stress and anxiety are triggers of alopecia or hair loss, I guess. You really need to, because it begins in the gut because it's an autoimmune system disease, right? So what are those triggers that are making you so unhappy or stressing, or, you know, you go to that first before, I believe, before you start doing all the treatments and it's becoming so costly for you, you know.
And also just coming to terms with it. Like I know that you had said to our producers that you wanted to rip it off. You're more than welcome to, whenever you want. But also, like, there's no shame in it, and you just feel beautiful because you are who you are.
It's tough though. It's very tough.
Society, you know.
How do you get through that? Because I can imagine it must be hurtful. It must be quite a sad process.
It's something to get used to, I think, and you have to accept it. You can't change it. So what you make of it is, in the end, what's going to be what you have to live with. You know, you have to live with it, so you might as well make the best of it.
Embrace it. You have to embrace it.
Do you want to show us what it looks like?
Sure.
We can.
Okay, cool.
I want to shock the kids. So hers is...
I must take my spoon.
Mine is totally off.
But you're beautiful.
And hers is more...
mine is grown back, but I've still obviously got the patches.
Mine started off like this. And eventually 2 years ago.
So now what do you do? Nothing.
I do nothing at the moment.
And you're okay with it. You're just cool with whatever happens. Will it ever ultimately grow back?
So there have been a number of cases. One, a very famous TV presenter in the UK, 28 years, gave up on it. Spontaneously one day woke up, the next minute, full head of hair.
Wow.
So would that happen? The longer it takes to grow back, the worse the prognosis. But we do have a lot of exciting new treatments. Like, Kim Kardashian had the vampire, had the vampire facelift.
Yeah.
We do that. We do the platelet-rich plasma, where we take your own blood, but it has to be repeated on a frequent basis.
Okay.
We also try and look at the inflammation and try and treat that as well.
Okay.
The cortisone injections, it was done 50 years ago, not much. And
Putting
very
cortisone
painful.
into your body is never a good idea.
Well, I love cortisone, but it is painful.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of pregnant ladies, after they give birth, they do experience hair loss. Could they say that they have a mild case of alopecia?
No. So the interesting thing is that at any one given time on any human being's head, only about 75 to 80% of the hair that we see is actually growing. 25 to 30% is in the resting phase.
Yeah.
During pregnancy, because we got all this extra hormone surging, 100% of the hairs in the active phase are growing.
Amazing.
And that's why we always say, you're looking so radiant, you're looking so beautiful. Immediately after birth, within the first 2 or 3 months, we just return back to the normal 80 or 85%.
Doctor, thank you so much for being here today. And ladies, our Alopecia Warriors, thank you so much for raising awareness as a prologue to Alopecia Week. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
Great being here.
Wow, what a great show. Thank you so much at home for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, good night and God bless.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for tomorrow's show. We've got Tabsy in the house. One of my favorite songbirds. It's going to be such a great show. Thank you so much, ladies. The beauty continues to shine through. And thank you for all the information, Dr. Larry.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.